live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me on Dukect here on TalkShoe.com. If you're not listening live, how dare you? You're listening to me on your YouTube, Blip, Screw Attack, or whatever. And thank you, seriously, for listening to me, Dukect, here on the Dukect Lounge. Anyway, if you are listening live, remember to call the way to call me, to connect to me, Dukect, is the phone number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the phone number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Once again, the chat room is always on lock. If you can't call or connect to me, you can always listen to the chat room. And bam, there you go, here you go. There you go, you can talk, what have you, and, do all that good stuff. But anyway, let's get on to the big news. And there is some interesting stuff in the WWE UK house show tour that's going on right now. In WWE, the big breaking news, WWE Divas champion AJ Lee has collapsed during a match. During a scheduled match, AJ passed out and beginning to have spasms, and now supposedly it was this looks like it's just dehydration. The reports coming out that it looks like it's dehydration. Now, my thing is this: is I hope that she is fine. I really, really hope it's just that it's dehydration, and not like say after effects of the huge concussion she recently suffered, and I think was at Battleground during her match with Brie Bella. It was she suffered a concussion, and some might think that it was basically when that happened. It was a very serious concussion. She couldn't wrestle for the next week or what have you. But after she was cleared, she came back. Some saying that, some people are thinking like, oh my gosh, this could be a relapse. It could be epilepsy or something like that. At this point, we don't know. I mean, at this point, it says it's dehydration, but you don't know. And I don't want to be a rumor monger. If I am, I apologize. But I just really worried. I mean, I'm not really the biggest AJ Lee fan out there. And I said that on podcasts and everything else. But I really hope she's fine and okay. I think she is. She was a popular. I liked her back 2011 and 12, but now it's just, she's in like Beth Phoenix type place role or what have you, where she's better than the Divas, but that's not saying much. I think she's at best average. Just saying, I don't want to be mean or what have you. I hope she's fine or anything else. This is my personal opinion about her character and her wrestling skills. Nothing screams out at me. But honestly, though, I hope that she's fine. And with this supposed concussion she suffered this concussion, you gotta wonder if this thing did play a part in this whole dehydration where she was having the CD seizures. And if it is because if it is concussions, I think she might have to retire. She might have to retire because of that. She might have to retire because of her injury, and that would be a shame because she's only 26. She has immense passion of the wrestling business. I don't know why, but she does. She loves it, and I just hope that she's going to be just fine. I really hope that this could have been just terrible because she's having probably one of her best runs in her career right now, and this thing, wow, this is a really blow for honestly, for a Divas division that is already Honestly, really lackluster at this point. They really need some real good people in there right now, and I'm hopeful that this thing does not take her not only her career but her life. Hopefully because she is fine, and I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful that she's going to be fine and she continues to live out her dream, and that will be a great thing. Anyway. Speaking of injuries and people hurting on the UK tour, I said this on my YouTube channel, and I made a video about this. I think last night, I made this video last night, or maybe 2 nights ago, about John Cena. Hurting overseas. Yeah, it was earlier this morning. I uploaded it, and it talks about a report that BleacherReport.com, it says that he's struggling with physical problems, and this stuff right here is supposedly John Cena is really from the current WWE European tour from Wrestling Observer Newsletter, and this is in the article Bleacher Report by Sarah Glenn Cross. It says, this thing says, internal reports from the current WWE European Tour note that John Cena was really hurting after having to wrestle every night, just a short time after returning to the ring before his body could fully heal. This right here, that little statement right there is really is it just says that all right there. So he's coming to the ring. I mean, right there, that last little tidbit right there. He's coming back when he is not, when his body is not fully healed. I know, in fact, let's see. My friend, Ecstasy 9989, I think. Let's see. He's there. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see. Yeah, actually, 69, it says, the other stuff I talked about. But here's one thing he said. He says, I think you're overreacting to the Cena issue. No, I'm not. I don't think I am overreacting because this man just went through one of those very surgery, a very serious surgery with Dr. James Andrews. Dr. James Andrews, who routinely does these type of surgeries, and not only wrestlers but for football players as well. He recently did look at ligaments and repaired Robert Griffin III's, on the his ACLs and such, and what have you. But when John Cena, who's that arm, that arm, that shoulder, he is. I think he still is hurt. I think he's still hurting. I don't know. It seems like he has some obligation saying, I feel like he's cheating the WWE by staying home. He's not. Or maybe that's what he's thinking because I'm still here. I'm still moving around. I feel a bit more healthier than I was last month. So let me go up here. Let me do what I need to do and what have you. But no. And I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking that he might. I honestly, if you don't know this guy's name, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, he has a really bad arm, and his arm is so bad right now he can't really use it today. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Orndorff, and I feel like that's where John Cena is heading, is that he's going to have his arm so bad that he's not going to be able to function in real life. I am worried for him. In this era, in the WWE, in this big era in the WWE right now, that there are no real big stars left. I mean, let's be honest, the only major star that WWE has is John Cena. Randy Orton is slightly up there, but I think Orton is like what? I think he has 2 strikes. and he just got his second strike this year. I mean, God forbid he gets his third strike during this whole Angle thing, which honestly will just cancel it, which I think is a good thing. I honestly think just giving an entire storyline would be best. Just have a simplistic, just say, you know, I know it's not the best thing in the world. Just have it simple. Keep things simple. You know, keep it simple, and what have you. Have Daniel Bryan win the title, what have you, and everything else. There's just no real. Again, there's no real bankable main event stars that WWE has, and people say, well, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, they aren't draws. Like, well, you know why they're not draws? Said WWE made them look incompetent. Hell, CM Punk's most of his WWE title reign, he was a mid-card champion. He was the Intercontinental champion while everyone else was main eventing him. He never main evented a pay-per-view until, I think the only time he main evented a pay-per-view, truly 100% main evented it, was Night of Champions 2012. And the rest, he was he was second to the main event. He never really main event pay-per-views. He didn't main event Money in the Bank. He didn't main event No Way Out. He didn't main event Over the Limit. He didn't main event Extreme Rules. He didn't main event WrestleMania. He didn't main event the Elimination Chamber. And he didn't main event the Royal Rumble, which I honestly think the Royal Rumble, that's an exception because the Royal Rumble, the match should end, and, you know, the Royal Rumble should end the pay-per-view. That's just my opinion. But those regular pay-per-views, why not have them end the pay-per-view with at an Elimination Chamber, or I don't know, have them end it at not. No, extreme, but, you know, Over the Limit, or No Way Out, or that sort of thing. You know, those pay-per-views. It just really is like, you know, they didn't really give CM Punk that real main event status. He was holding the title, but the championship wasn't mattering. It was always about John Cena. And a part of me also think maybe they're going to try to retire the world. Some people say that he should just retire the World Heavyweight Champion, have John Cena as the last World Heavyweight Champion, and have everyone else focus on the WWE and Intercontinental title, which is a pipe dream, because, let's be real, even if the World Heavyweight Championship would be gone, they still would be directionless. It's just there's no real direction in there's no direction in the mid-card right now. There's no direction. And if you're not a main eventer, you're not even noticeable. And the tag team division is spinning its wheels, and the Divas division is, well, again, the Divas division. And it's sad because I want good matches. I want good divisions. I want this stuff. But sadly, it just seems like it's not yet to be. And when you have these major stuff happen on these tours, you have AJ Lee suffering concussion. You have John Cena getting a re-injury, and getting himself coming back too early. I think this guy came back way too early with this injury. And now this stuff right here, this is real negative stuff, people. This stuff right here could, John Cena, what have you. What will happen if John Cena gets so injured to a point that he might actually get serious injury? And who's going to get the blame on this? I know people will, myself, I think it's at the end of the day, it's John Cena who has to face up his responsibilities. It's at the end of the day, it's John Cena. But most people will not think that. They'll think it's WWE, and I honestly think it'll be just like the Christmas Wall stuff again. Just bad reporting and just terrible stuff, and they'll blame WWE. Their profits will go down, and just no one watching. I think it'll be WWE will be in a very bad place. But that's just my personal opinion. And I just hope that Cena is. I really hope John Cena, gets back healthy, gets back to 100%. Also, I want AJ Lee to get better 100%. My thoughts and prayers to both of them. And, WWE European Tour. Yeesh. Crazy stuff. Yeah. Anyway, well, we'll be right back and after this. And when we come back, I'll be talking about the PS4 launch and all the crazy stuff that happened with the PS4 launching and everything else. So, anyway, we'll be right back right after this here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for listening to me, Duke CT. We are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Phone number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the phone number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Well, the PS4, the new generation of consoles has begun. As the PS4 is launching, the Wii U and the Xbox One and the Xbone is coming out in all of its glory, and there's a lot of stuff happening. So let's get the other good stuff out of the way. Supposedly, according to VentureBeat.com, there are some PS4 problems like crashing. There's no video, and there are supposedly. Some Taco Bell gave some free PS4s, and, they brick. They completely crashed out. Most of them crapped out, and they looked terrible and everything else. It was, these are slowly isolated incidents, and those are fine. Like, okay, the PS4, it's like, hey, we got this. Well, okay, the PS4 is, they'll fix those issues. They'll bring some new PS4s. And I'm like, fine. These are small incidents that the PS4, those things happen at launch. And there's a reason why I don't buy games at launch or what have you. Then you have this. Supposedly, after that, you have Sony, supposedly, heavy traffic has completely and utterly caused the PSN network to be is now offline. It just shut down. Everyone wants to go online, and it just the PlayStation network is offline. It seems that the whole network is down offline. But here's some interesting stuff that a couple of hours ago that Electronic Arts, EA, has put out a statement basically blaming every potential PS4 game crash or connection issue on Sony's firmware 1.5 update. Wow. The update that supposedly you had to get a mandatory update for the PS4, that basically just says, all the crashes, EA is basically saying it's Sony's fault. Wow. This is just amazing. That is amazing. Here's the whole quote here. Sony has released a firmware update for the PlayStation 4 that is required for many features on the console. However, this update also results in stability issues while playing games on the system. The statement reads, "This affects all games on the PS4, including EA titles, causing crashing, freezing, and non-responsive connections between the player's console and their TV screens." Damn! Wow, that is a huge allegation, people. That's they since deleted this. Supposedly it was a posted in error. No, I look at this. The link is going to be in the description, people, and that's not an error. You know that stuff right there is error. That is a real stuff right there. That's something is wow. That's wow. And then you look at this stuff right here. It's just amazing that it's basically you saying that stuff as well. Wow. And on the video game side as well. Yeah. There's no games for it. The new games, well, I mean, let's be honest. It's very rarely you have launch titles that you want to go get day one. Like, I want to buy this game at launch with these games. I mean, you had Nintendo have that stuff. Sega had that stuff. I mean, Microsoft, I don't know, 360, they probably had some things there. I don't know. That were like, wow, you have to buy this one game system, buy this. But overall, Sony never really had killer apps at launch. I mean, the PS1, PS2, not really, PS3, not really. They had great games down the line, but Sony never really got the low launch. There's nothing really there for launch. And with the PS4, it's the same story. Is that Killzone, yeah, generic shooter is generic. Some people saying it's just not really interesting at all. You have Knack, which I was actually rooting for, but honestly, it just looks just bland and uninteresting. And when I look at the gameplay, honestly, it looks like you can run on a PS3 or 360. I mean, it doesn't look really different. I mean, Knack does not really look anything different from, any type of bargain basement platforming game you can get. I think it's really just looks nothing like anything different than, like, say, the latest Pac-Man video game that's out right now. But here's the real thing is that, again, Sony, there's no real reason why to buy these games. They're not really good. They're not really interesting. But, hey, if you got a PS4 at launch or an Xbox One or any of these games at launch, there's no real good launch titles at all. And the Wii U, what about Nintendo Wii U? I'm like, well, Super Mario U, okay. Basically, new Super Mario Brothers, DS.3, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. That's what you don't really get any type of launch titles. I mean, myself included, I don't buy any new console at launch. I never do that. I wait 6 to 7 months, wait till something good, interesting comes up, then I buy the console. After all the bugs and issues and all that good stuff comes out. Everything, I wait until all the crap is out of the way, and then I buy the console. That's why, I go and I'm going to probably buy the PS4 or Xbox One. I might buy PS4 maybe next year when Shadow, maybe Infamous Second Son, maybe I'll buy that bundle or things like that. Or maybe I might win a contest or something like that because because I'm not gonna wait and buy a game, buy something at launch when there's no real games for it. I mean, especially something like the PS4. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm like, why am I playing these mediocre titles? I can't get online, and yeah, that's it. There's nothing really for me to play these games on. I don't know why people do waste their time and buy games at launch. I mean, it's an investment, yeah, but wouldn't you be better if you waited a while after the price goes down, you get a nice little bundle deal with a good or 2, 3, 4 games, then get it? I don't know. That's just me. That's just my little crazy thought. But yeah, PS4 is not looking good. But hey, this is launch. This is what happens at launch. There are always going to be a bit of troubles at launch. So, here's hoping that the PS4 actually starts trying to wow us, or what have you, with some brand new, beautiful graphics and beautiful gameplay and what have you. And well, instead of just really generic stuff, I'm hopeful because Sony can do some really good stuff with games. And I need to really get on the PS3. I haven't even bought a PS3 yet, so I still have my PS2. And there's a great stuff for PS2. So yeah, I need to start getting on the new Sony bandwagon soon. Oh, I already missed the PS3 bandwagon, so I'm gonna really try to do that. So because I did own all 3 consoles of last generation. PS2, GameCube, and an Xbox. And I still have the Xbox and the PS2. So I'm going to try to own all 3 of last gen's consoles. And I'm trying to do this once too. I'm probably going to get a Wii U, a PS4, and the last will be the Xbox One. If they get their crap together. They got some of their stuff, but yeah. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, yeah, this is the end of the show. I have no real closing remark. I just take a bow. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me, Dukect. Remember, as always, you can see the stuff on YouTube, Blip, Screw Attack, what have you. Remember, like, favorite, whatever. Share this with your friends. Comment. Tell me how much I did good, bad, I sucked, or what have you. Remember, I love your comments and everything else, so this makes the show go around. And I might have to start doing a show email so I can answer some questions and such too. Yeah, I've been doing this show for so long and I don't have an email. So email, I got to start really paying more attention to this show. I do what I can, but I'm just so damn lazy. Oh man. Anyway, this is Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.